The cafetier's out. It can only be one thing. It's Sunday. It's my day off. And as you can see by the time, it's 10:05. I've just finished with Ken, my Australian body transformation client. I had a really good Skype accountability catch-up call at 9 o'clock, and it's just, yeah, it's been a slow morning really. I've been quite relaxed. Great news is I did a weigh-in today. I am down 0.5 kilogram in a week since starting this nutrition plan, which I'm pleased about. It's not, you know, really for me what the scales say. It's how I look, how I feel, and ultimately it's been a fantastic week. But I thought I'd just pop that in, and I'm also down slightly on my. I do just a 1-point caliper test on a reference point that helps me gauge, you know, stomach, abdominal, body fat kind of thing. Just as a marker, and that's down slightly. So no, things are good. Things are good in terms of measurements. Meal. Apologies for that. I've got myself an omelette, and as you will have seen yesterday, I had a cooked chicken. So I've literally shredded some pieces of chicken from the actual sauce, and yeah, I've got myself a chicken fibrous green omelette. 4 eggs, 4 whole eggs. Got the rest of the frozen broccoli, the rest of the frozen green beans. So that's my breakfast. It's about 700 calories, that, which is quite high, but perfect for a day like today where I won't be eating that much or that frequently. And then I've got myself a nice jug of black coffee, cafetiere of black coffee. So I'll be treating myself to that, and then alongside it is my Udo's Greens supplement, my animal stack, and my 2 fish oil. So I'm going to tuck in. I'm going to have a nice leisurely morning before watching lots of football. I'll report back later. It will be showing you my food shop for the 2nd week running. Yeah, so it's lasted me 6 days, which I'm delighted about. My food. Really pleased. 50 odd pounds for a week, pretty much. Can't complain at that at all. So I'm delighted, absolutely delighted. 2 thumbs up, and I'll be back later. How's it going, folks? The time is just gone 25 to 2 on Sunday the 2nd of September. Last day of documenting my week's nutrition on the new Ultimate Anabolic Diet. I'm on day, well, we started last Monday, so on day 7. Pretty much 0 carb, other than, as you can see, fibrous greens, until next Saturday. On the Saturday I will be having my carb up, and I will be documenting that as part of the JC's Fitness Experience YouTube playlist slash video series, really. So anyhow, quickly gonna rush through. £42 this shop came to. As well, earlier in the video you saw last week's shop, which was very similar. I mean, notable exclusions this week. I've still got one of the whole chickens left, and notable inclusions this week. I thought I'd go for some New Zealand lamb, thin cut steaks. As you can see, half price, you can't whinge at that. So I've gone for that. That will provide just, again, good source of fats. We're not concerned about saturated fats on this type of nutrition plan. Ultimately, saturated fat from natural sources isn't the culprit, shall we say. Lean protein, healthy fats, and fibrous greens. So I'm going to scan through. We've got 24 eggs. Again, I've still got about 8 left from last week, so they'll keep me going. We've got salmon fillets, again omega-3 rich fish, good healthy fats, good protein source. So we've got 6 fillets there that will last me the week, 1 a day. Chicken breasts, just I like to, they're lean, but it allows me the opportunity to add some nuts to the equation to get some healthy fats, which is delightful. And then I've gone for sirloin steak this week rather than rump, just a different cut, similar nutritional value. So yeah, I'm going to give some sirloin a go. And then moving swiftly on to the fibrous greens, again, same as last week. Kale, the broccoli, the green beans, fresh and frozen, some lamb lettuce, a couple of peppers, just, you know, a bit of vibrancy, a bit of variety in the colours. Tomatoes, now these are deemed as a fruit, but they're still very low in sugar, low in carbohydrates, so they'll be nice to, you know, to mix it up a bit. And then we've got a couple of cucumbers, really good high water content, you know, boring to eat, meaning satiety levels remain high. But the great thing with this nutrition plan is, you know, you don't get cravings. You really don't get cravings because the blood sugar levels are so regulated, not having highs, not having lows, so it's ideal. And then under here, spinach, perfect for omelettes, and along with the kale, with some almonds as well. Yeah, so that's it. 43 pounds. I might have to buy some additional meat or veg along the way during the week, but you know, healthy eating isn't expensive in the grand scheme of things. I'm eating a lot, eating about 2,300 calories a day, all whole food sources, you know, so it's, I don't know, I'd rather spend money on food than on alcohol and other unhealthy sort of aspects. At least this is positively enhancing my health and fitness, or at least that's the intention. So that's my meal. 20 to 2, I'm going to watch the football now. I'll be back probably at half time to make something to eat, although the chicken omelette I had earlier is still rather filling. We're back with meal number 2, shortly after 25 to 3. Meal 1 was obviously about 4.5 hours ago. Satiety levels have been high. I've been full up, which has been ideal. And as you can see, I've actually got the nutrients down for the meal. We've got 664 calories, which is quite surprising when you look at the size of the meal. It's only small. It's a mixture of curly kale and spinach, both about 75 grams of each, in a little olive oil, light and mild olive oil, ideal for frying on that. And then it was 130 grams of mackerel, no, 120 grams of mackerel, pulled apart and added to the heat, on the gentle heat, along with 16 grams, how precise can you get, of pine nuts, again good fat source. Alongside that, 26 grams of tomato pesto. Again, the macro breakdown for the pesto, 7.6 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of carbs, and 1.1 grams of protein. So again, low carb. And then we've just got some broccoli, fresh broccoli. So I was using up the end of my mackerel, that's done now. So like I say, 664 calories. If you look at the size of my hand in relation, it's not a very big meal really, but the mackerel's all mixed up, the pine nuts, the pesto. It's a nice meal, still full of fibrous greens, good healthy fats and moderate amount of protein. So gonna get this down my neck. Now I'll probably eat again around about 7ish, to be honest, and then my pre-bed about 10. So there we have it. So we're here again, it's another meal, it's the penultimate meal on Sunday the 2nd of September, and just letting you know, we're going for some lamb. I've got about 230 grams of lamb steak. What that provides me with is a good protein source, 45 grams of protein, 19 grams of fat, and obviously no carbohydrate within the meat, as you'd expect. Alongside this, we've got ourselves a bit more fat. I can't actually locate it. I think it's under one of the broccolis. That's just some tomato pesto. Just 30 grams of that, just to give it a bit more flavour. And then it's a lamb's lettuce, spinach, green beans and broccoli. So this is the penultimate meal of the day. I'll be eating this, it's 7:30, and I'll be back at around 10 o'clock to conclude the week JC Fitness Ultimate Anabolic Diet. Here we are then, it's the final meal, minute before 10 o'clock. My last meal about 2.5 hours ago. Half an hour before I aim to sleep, I'll pop my fish oil capsules down. So you've seen a week in the life of. This is my final meal. Like I say, it's pretty consistent throughout. Next week will pretty much be the same. I might alter things slightly just to ensure that calories don't, they do remain at 2-3, because most of this week have been high 2-3s into the 4s. So what we've got here is 300 millilitres almond milk, about 45 grams of casein, just because I needed a bit more protein, because I'd only eaten 3 meals prior to today to hit my 200 grams of protein or thereabouts. What else have we got? We've got 15 grams of flaxseed, the cocoa and berries, and then we've just got a mixture of walnuts and Brazil nuts, 7 grams of each, chopped up sufficiently. Alongside that is my greens shake, the Udos or whatever it's called. I must ask them. So I'll be downing that along with my two omega-3 fish oil capsules, just to cover bases and hit my macro targets. I was spot on protein and fats today on my goals, and carbs it said 10 over, but that's obviously all fibrous green, so no worries on that. So that's it. So I'm going to eat this and then I'll be back just to review the day and review the week in general. Cheers. So there you have it. It's been a week in the life of JC with the Anabolic Diet. The first week down, one more week to go before we have the carb up next Saturday. It's been a fantastic week. It really has. Energy's been sustained. I haven't had cravings. I haven't had any cravings actually. I haven't been sort of looking at my watch thinking when the next meal is coming. It's just been a fantastic week really. It's been ideal and I've really benefited from it, and I'm looking forward to the next 7 days. I won't be documenting these next 5 days or whatever, 6 days, just because it will be similar to the last week. For anyone looking for fat loss, I mean, the meals that I showed you, obviously they'd vary in size for you. That's ideal for a fat loss client. High in protein, high in fat, keeping blood sugar levels regulated, keeping the release of insulin again low, and just ensuring that we're making the body use fat for fuel. So it's been a fantastic week. Any questions, please fire away, and I'll be doing this again maybe in a few months or something. But it's been a week in the life of JC, and I'll be back with another nutrition video when I do my high carb day, just to again show you how it changes. So good. It's been a long one, but it's time for bed, and I shall be in touch with new videos coming soon. Keep checking the Facebook page, and just generally keep your JC Fitness experience high.